I wanted to try and get you guys finished so that you are squared away and flying. So I probably will do this one and then maybe a few more just so that way you guys are ready to go. I did one yesterday that was about 20 minutes long. So take a look at that. It kind of recaps a lot of what we've talked about over beta flight. And your rotation is good last I remember. So we're on to the video portion of it. I've got a board connected, so I'm going to go ahead and connect up to it right now. And then we left off at motors. You had checked your rotation here and everything was good to go. So what we need to do now is I want to do two things. First off, go to ports, and right now there's nothing showing here on UART1. I'm going to do a quick little pull up of the flight controller. So it is the Happy model, Happy MOD, crazy F411 Pro, enter. Alright, I think it's this. Nope, not that one. Alright, so let's get rid of the crazy. I can't remember. This is it here. Sorry about that. Okay, so crazy, and see, there it is right there. Crazy F411. I was right. What we want to look at: flight controller, onboard ESC, internal FlySky receiver. You can bind through the CLI. What am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. And see, I'm doing it this way so that you can look yourself if you ever needed to. So the way that this is wired, right here, look at TX1. TX1 is where your video is landed. So we can go to Betaflight, and we can know that UART1, which is TX1, is going to be TBS Smart Audio. And then you'll do a save and a reboot. Okay? That's the first thing you're going to do to make sure that your smart audio is set up. Okay, then, so we'll go, yes, it is still there. Next, you're going to go to your video transmitter tab. Right now, there's nothing there. Now, I emailed you a file. It's called a JSON file. You're going to click on this button right here, load from file. And for me, there is this version, 2.1. You do not want that version. I have a micro scout folder, and you want the VTX table Smart Audio 2.0. So you're going to click that, open, and it pre-populates all this information right here. Then the last thing I do is I will give it a startup channel. So when it is looking to, when it first boots up, if you put something here, it will start at that channel. I think y'all got 6. I think I used Fat Shark for you, but basically it's these. So you would set Fat Shark channel 1, power level 25, and then all you're going to do is hit save. All this was loaded when you loaded that JSON file. So you're going to hit save. Up here in the top left, it says EEPROM has been saved, and that step is done. The last thing you're going to need to do is set up your OSD. Now, I touched on this a little bit on one of the other videos. a lot of this is personal preference. You can go into Betaflight and you can hover over each one of these, and it'll give you a little bit of an example or definition of what they are. So I'm blanking it out so that way I can do it for you guys. But something else you can do, so there are different fonts. And if you wanted to change your font, I like the Vision font, so I send out all of our drones with the Vision font. I go down here to the font manager, and I come up and I find the Vision. And basically all that does is make the font fatter, easier to see. You could change these however you wanted. Just what you have to remember to do is once you've selected one, you have to upload font. So that's what I'm going to do. And that will upload the font. And then it kicks you out, which is normal. And you just connect right back up. And then you go back to your OSD. Okay, and then if I was to click on Vision, because you see right now they're small, they're kind of hard to see, but if you click on the Vision, they get nice and fat, much easier to see. Then, like I said, I'm going to go through, do some settings. We're not on the metric system, we're on the Imperial, so I'm going to click on that. Then, I think I mentioned it in the other video, I use the battery average cell voltage rather than the actual battery voltage because it's, in my mind, it's easier. In the Scout we use a 2-cell battery. On the Racer we use a 4-cell battery. On some of our bigger drones we use a 6-cell battery. So it's easier just to have a single cell represented on the OSD because they're all balanced across each other. And so therefore when you know one cell is low, then all the cells are going to be low. And therefore it's an easy representation of where your voltage is and an indicator on when you need to come home. Most LiPo batteries, a single cell charged fully is around 4.2 volts and depleted is around 3.5 to 3.6 volts. The Micro Scout that you guys got are HV, which means that they can charge up to 4.35 volts, and therefore the low voltage is around 3.7 to 3.8 volts. And again, having a single cell representation to me is easier. But as you see, if I hover over battery voltage, off to the right it shows instantaneous main battery voltage. So you can set whatever you want. If you want to change it, I send them out with the battery average cell. The other thing we leave on is the craft name. I haven't filled it out, but you can drag and drop wherever you want them. So if you want it to be over there or over there, it's any of that's fine. So I do craft name, I get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. I do fly mode because you guys are using your fly mode. That would be this one. I usually stick it actually about right there. I usually put the VTX channel right there, but I'm getting off. So this is fly mode. Angle, horizon, or nothing at all is acro. Scroll down a little bit more. I don't do RSSI because we don't have telemetry on these receivers. I do the timers and all of this. So I just, like I said, I kind of position things a little more. I put my voltage right in the middle so that I can see it. I put my timers, kind of up and off to the sides so that, because to me they're a little bit less important. Name, channel, and flight mode are very important to me, so I put those right in the middle. And that takes care of your OSD. Just a reminder, let's see, fly modes, you need that. On your remote, the arming is auxiliary 1, the top left. Flight modes, I think, are, well, actually, I'm going to pull up our pictures. So let's go to our picture and go to our micro. And we'll pull this guy up. So right here, this is how the remotes are set up. Arming switch would be that switch A, switch B is your flight mode, switch C is your beeper, and switch D is turtle mode. I'll have to do a video on turtle mode, but basically it's helps you flip back over if you wind up on your back. But other than that, I think that covers the OSD aspect, the VTX, the video transmitter tab, and the JSON file. Just to give an example, let's say you can't find it, or for whatever reason I have not sent you one. All you need to do is type in Betaflight VTX tables and go to the GitHub VTX tables, and basically it gives you an example of them right here. We primarily are going to be using the TBS Smart Audio protocol. Like I said, the Micro Scout uses the 2.0, and then the Cobra Racer uses 2.1, and that will get your VTX going. This is the flight controller that comes with the Micro Scout. So if you ever need to look at the specs on it, or what the settings might be, just look here. The VTX that Philip, that you guys got, is the Happy model Diamond VTX. So if you ever need to pull up the information on that, this is where that is. Let's see, so, there's a video on it, so you should pull that up. It goes between 25 and 200 milliwatts. Does it give diagrams? Let's see, so that's it there. Should give you directions. Red LED blinking, recording, solid standby, power. Doesn't look like it's given us much info on channels. Diamond VTX, recommended parts, features, specs. Alright, so that one didn't give us very good info. Usually you, I was just looking at that one. Let's look at this one. 5.8 Diamond VTX. Let's take a look at the manual. All this is under Happy Model. Manual for Diamond VTX. Where is it at? Here we go. Let's zoom in on this, because this is info you're going to need. And you saw how I pulled it up. So start stop is right here. Switch button, frequency and channels. We did this in the ports tab already. This touches on Smart Audio. Let's do another command line. Betaflight stick commands. Betaflight stick commands. So if you ever need to do this, got click happy. Does it show in-flight calibration controls, calibrate dial, calibrate compass, profile on disarm arm, safe setting, any? No. Because what you want to do to pull up smart audio is left stick, you are going all the way to the left, so you bring it to the center and go to the left. Right stick is all the way up. I'm not seeing it. Trim, disable LCD. That's not it. What are these? Camera control. That's not it. That's to act. Some cameras, if depending on how you wire them, can be controlled. Enter OSD menu. There it is, right there. Right there. So stick to the left, right stick straight up. When you do that, a menu will pop up that looks similar to this. Not exactly. Like I said, I'll probably try to get a video up on how to do smart audio adjustments here shortly, if not today, within the next few days. But it looks like I'm at 16.5 minutes, Philip, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to close it off here. Take a look at this and let me know if you guys are still stuck. Take a look at some of the Betaflight video to recap, and I will probably be available next week, Monday. I don't know which day yet, because we are taking a trip out to Longview, Texas as well, to drop off 40 racing drones for them. So it's going to be a long day there. But either way, shoot me an email or a text and let me know if this helps, and if we need to set up a Zoom call next week. All right, take it easy.